G'day guys, I'm Dan from Certified Energy Solutions and this is my son Hayden.
G'day.
And so he's fairly new to the ranks here at Certified, but he's been around solar for probably over 10 years now. So
in the sidecar.
Yeah, that's right. So he's pretty switched on. He's been around it for quite some time. But so basically what we're doing is we've just recently caught up with a customer to go over a product called a BushChook. Which is a RedEarth product, one of our very, very popular products, I suppose, for 2024 too. They're really kind of those features and everything, they're packing a punch, aren't they?
Yep.
But so Les and Sue, they were actually the first customers in Australia to get the very new product in 2024 as well. So first one off the rank. And we're lucky enough to actually install that as an approved partner for RedEarth. So basically, tell me a little bit about the BushChook that we've got on site.
So it's the largest option in their range. So it's a 12 kilowatt, 3-phase option that they've got. Only 3-phase option on the rank, so
Yeah, that's right. In the RedEarth product, they do have the drop bears. They've got a custom one coming out. But in saying that, it's something that we're kind of quoting on job by job, and it's a bigger system and then it goes up in the commercial spec, but that's 100% right what he said. The 3-phase BushChook is pretty much one of the bigger, 3-phase residential products they've got. And it's a hybrid too.
Yep.
So, and how many batteries do we put in for?
We put in 5 of the Tropo 4.1 kilowatt hour batteries. So they're all LFP. They've got their
lithium.
own BMSs. So,
That's right. So you've got 2 levels of safety protocols on that product as well, which is brilliant. You've got basically the inverter that oversees the whole battery bank, and then you've got per battery BMSs, which you mentioned earlier. So basically it's got 2 levels of protection there, so it's an extremely safe product. Tried and true, they've been around for ages, and LFP is obviously one of the better lithiums out there as well. So the actual solar array, so how many panels do we get up there?
So we put 36 of the JA Solar 440 watt bifacial panels. So it actually picks up on reflection UV rays from the roof itself. It's glass on both sides. They're Hale rated. They're a lot better than the old industry standards.
Yeah, that's right. Well, technology keeps getting better and better. So these are a dual glass, which is what you're covering on there. So they actually generate top and bottom of the panels, pick up on that refraction. You get a higher module efficiency. They're also N-type cells, which is an important one as well. So, it's mono perks. Every single year there's a new technology release coming out and they become more and more efficient. And the warranties and the guarantees and the performance guarantees obviously get longer and longer as well. So with this particular house, it's a property out at Pomona, lovely spot, really nice out, nestled out in the bushland there. Obviously they had a few concerns. They didn't want to have blackouts there at this new property, so they wanted some blackout protection for the grid loss scenarios. And that's what the BushChook does really, really well. It's almost like a UPS level backup circuit, about 10 millisecond response I think it is for that switchover between the grid going. And the system is also dual compatible, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So it can be AC and it also goes down to off-grid.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. So you can retrofit it to an existing solar array. You can also run it completely off-grid. And it's one of the few systems in the market, there's only a couple of manufacturers doing it now in Australia, where you can actually integrate a generator on the smart port, which means if you have a 10-day blackout and your battery system does go flat and your solar panels are basically lowering the generation because of overcast weather, then you can have a backup generator to top the batteries back up, and then it automatically turns on and off as well. So it's a really intelligent system.
Even in that hybrid mode.
Yeah, even in the hybrid mode, which is brilliant. So there's quite a few tech specs about this system here that kind of really impress, and obviously it's locally supported, it's Australian made, really good for the industry, and it's good that they're kind of leading the way in that technology and innovation as well. But so what we'll do is we'll go over and we'll catch up with Les and Sue, just ask them a few basic questions. This isn't a setup thing, it's just an open conversation to find out, I suppose, why they picked RedEarth, why they picked us, what they found the experiences like, what they think of the product and the monitoring, and I suppose the reasons why they decided to invest in an Australian company for their own home. So yeah, we'll cut to the video editing and the young fella can do his thing, and yeah, feel free to give us a call.
Thank you. Bye.
My name is 𝙂𝙤𝙤𝙬𝙤 and this is my good wife Sue, and we have recently moved into Pomona after selling a house in 𝙤𝙤𝙤.
And so when it came down to the product and picking RedEarth and Certified, how did that come about?
Well, it came about initially when I saw RedEarth on one of the television programs, which I followed up with various other friends, and then Certified Energy Solutions came about because I heard them on the radio when I was driving, and I connected the both together, and then we saw some people came out here. I think it was Terry that came out first, and then you, Dan, you came out later.
That's it. And like with the actual product itself, itself, like what really made RedEarth stand out as a brand? Like, was it the Australian manufacturing or?
Yeah, I think that too, but I think first of all, when we were looking and selecting, it came about what our choice was going to be in terms of our power on our property, and we were always keen to have solar power. We had it in our other house, but then we were going to the next stage where we could harness the power through a battery system, and that's when we started to look seriously at both RedEarth and others, but RedEarth stood out way above the rest, and the communication aspect we got from Dan and his company was excellent, and we are very committed people. We like to know about a lot of things, and we gathered a lot of information from that source.
And we were really keen to have an Australian product if we could.
Yep, no, that's perfect. Oh, so we've got the things here, jumping in on the video. I think they just startled each other. That's all right, that's perfect.
No, he hassles him.
Oh, does he?
You have to cut that bit out.
Yeah, he'll edit that. He'll chop and change and do his thing. So when it comes to providing a solution for future proofing and what you're planning to do with the property, how did that product selection kind of come into play there?
Well, it really fitted in because it was explained to us that the system that we were getting was adaptable, that if we found we needed more power when we built the house and put a pool in and obviously using a bit more power, we could actually add more batteries into it, and that appealed as well.
Yeah, expandability and versatility, that's awesome.
Correct. I knew she'd have the answer.
Yeah, and how important was blackout protection for grid loss to you guys in the decision for the system?
Yeah, well, that's a good question, and I think that a lot of people go into solar and so forth on economical reasons, and in most cases you do get a payback from it in a number of years. But because of all the kerfuffle that the federal government's having with so-called energy renewables and the closing of coal-fired businesses, it really we thought we better do the right thing and protect ourselves, and that's probably one of the main routes.
Personal level protection, yeah, exactly. So it's that future proofing and comfort, knowing you've got a buffer there to keep your power.
Correct.
Yep. No, that's
And we firmly believe in renewables,
yeah.
and there's no hesitation about doing it, but the way that it's progressing, I just think that they're not planning it correctly.
Yep.
So, you hear of many people with the brownouts or the blackouts, and we just thought we wanted to maybe step aside from that.
Yep, and just be more self-reliant.
Yep.
Yep, and have that level of protection.
Yep.
And obviously, going back to the product itself, the warranty, as far as an Australian warranty, was that one of the biggest, things in that kind of drive for Australian product?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. And local support, yeah. But so how did you find the installation with Certified Energy Solutions as far as the start to finish process?
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah, really, really good.
Guys were really good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think
Very professional.
Yeah, what impressed me is I learned a lot as they were doing it. So I think that's good. I always like to add to my knowledge.
Yep. That's it. Yeah, no secrets with us, that's for sure.
No, that's right.
Nice and clear. Yep. No, that's awesome, guys. Well, we've just done a little bit of a handover and training on the operation of the system, so you're confident to run with the RedEarth application, understand how it works.
Absolutely.
And we'll go to a video.
It's like a new toy.
Yeah, the new toy. You get to play with it and show
Well, it was a new app and we like looking at apps.
And no, awesome, guys. Well, we'll now pan through to the system and show you the overview of the installation. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Good on you, Dan.
Cheers.